Well, let's get some opinions on this upcoming summit, crossing over to the States, joined by radio host and journalist Don DeBar. Don, great to see you. Well, your thoughts about the meeting overall and the possibility that something concrete or positive can come out of it.
Well, you were right to lead into this with the piece about polling data here in the United States, because it shows that the situation that Trump or whomever is really conducting policy is in with respect to public opinion. The public is divided along Democrat-Republican lines on its feelings towards Russia. This is a consequence of the Russiagate and other political organizing that paints Russia as the enemy and the Democrats as defenders of the faith, in essence, and Trump as Putin's puppet. So there's that division, and there's also a division where people here feeling the crunch and the actual domestic desire for peace. There is a good portion of the population that just wants this as an intrinsic value. That cuts through this also, and the lines are not identical. It's like a three-dimensional array. So, you know, you're kind of walking on eggshells trying to make policy and satisfy people. The establishment is firmly linked up against making peace. That includes the media, which is, you know, the eyes basically of the public, no matter what faction they fall into. And of course, the whatever power has, you know, aligned itself around the existing facts. In other words, the weapons sellers, the brokers in Europe and elsewhere, you know, all the people who have a vested interest in seeing people keep blowing each other up are firmly opposed to any kind of movement towards peace. So one last part is that Trump himself, if you look at his career, isn't always the principal. Very often he's the face of whatever power there is. So it may be that there is some, you know, grouping behind him that's actually directing this change in policy. And we're going to see all of this as this thing matures, I'm pretty sure.
Are you expecting, Don, anything positive or concrete can actually come out of this meeting?
I'm hoping. The expectations, you know, that's a risky business. I hope that that's true. I see the possibility of it. Certainly, this is the first time in my lifetime that we've had a president who's actually felt compelled to say he was going to make peace, rather than compelled to say they're going to make war. Whether that's just a reflection of our changing power as a group in the United States, or that we have somebody in office that actually wants to do this, I can't say if either of those are true, but it's a change in what we've seen, and I think that part of it's positive if it delivers.
What do you think about, Don, because the Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov was wearing a CCCP T-shirt going into arriving there in Alaska. Your thoughts about that?
SSSR, actually, that's right in Russian Cyrillic. That means Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. Yeah, it's an interesting. It's symbolism. Look, it's a TV show for most of us. The thing that's unsettling about this to me, and it could also be a sign of their actual confidence that they're going to get somewhere, but it looks pretty risky. They've got the president and vice president and the defense secretary and Department of State and senior economic officials here, and then the president and everyone but the prime minister from Russia. They've got Lavrov, they've got the defense minister. They're all in one place. If there really is a deep state that's vested in stopping this stuff, this is a decapitation moment. You know, this is like an archduke of wherever, Serbia or whatever, on steroids moment, you know, at the beginning of World War I. And I'm hoping we don't see plane crashes or power failures or lone nuts or whatever, you know, jump onto the stage.
Yeah, anything is possible. Well, thanks so much for being with us, Don DeBar, radio host and journalist, CPR News there.